Not very much sun down here at this time of year. It's a beautiful bluebird day. It makes it hard to come down here because I'm pretty soon going to be in the shade all day, but I really want to do a burn today. Dolly comes down with me, so I brought a little rawhide type chew for her to enjoy, and she's almost devoured it. I've got to move the burning barrel. I want to move it so that it's not where it's at, because last winter there was so much snow that I couldn't even get to it. Not afraid of the chainsaw at all, Miss Dolly. You're not afraid of it at all. Mommy, you want to take that one? All the places I do stuff, the cliff, here, everything's a rat's nest. Yes, it's very difficult to throw some of this wood in this bin. Trying to be realistic. Should I keep this? Should I even just keep it for a winter fire? That's the thing too. Of course, I forgot to bring my camera. I just got down here. Fort! So I'm using my phone, sorry. What I want to do is brace this to prepare for some trees to fall on it this year. Because last year the trees fell on it and it did slightly move because I didn't brace it. Everything kind of shifted this way a bit. So I'm going to just take this piece of wood that I found laying around and I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to do 2 pieces with it. 2 braces, I should say. Oh my God, be quiet. He's been barking nonstop for like an hour. Halfway. This is the offcut. I didn't think it was gonna be all long enough, but I can take that cut and go like that, and good enough. Kind of worked out perfectly. So I have that whole other piece of partially rotten wood for something else. Oh, I know, the other direction. Duh. So this is what I've done, which I know is not like what should be done. It should be to the outside, but I have a plan. One of the reasons why I want to do this is because I want to bring some tin and put some tin on. And if I have it sticking out of here, then this won't be flush. Because I kind of want to skirt this a little bit so that, I don't know, stays dry. Maybe it might look nicer. Anyway, so this is just kind of not really structural, but I think it will still help a little bit. Oh, and what you can do to make it extra structural is add blocking in here and tie that all together. But I think we should be okay. We had changed the oil on the ATV yesterday. So we put it in this and I carried it down here earlier And this is what I'm going to slather on the slabs of things. It's very damp down here by the creek, so used motor oil is a very good, I don't want to say preservative, but a very good option for a stain or like a waterproofing of wood, I guess. I probably should have done this in the summer, but we just changed the oil on the ATV now. Even though I have other bits of used oil, that's something I would like to do too. And like go through the ends of the slabs, like all of the cuts, to seal that stuff in. It's another little project I'm going to do, along with finishing up the back on the bottom, closing that off, make it look nicer and protect the posts at the back, even though they're pressure treated. All of this wood, all of these trees. See, I picked, I clearly picked a bad spot to build this structure because this is just a place where trees fall. But eventually I would like to clear all of this stuff out, maybe get a couple more of these trees down and just open this up a little bit, make it a little bit nicer. Cut some more trees down over there that are half dead or already dead, you know, stuff like that. I'm building a village here, okay? I've really realized something since my injury and my surgery. And that is, I am very unhappy. I don't want to say unhappy. I'm not fulfilled if I'm not doing stuff like this. I just crave this type of stuff. I'm so much happier when I feel productive and when I'm doing physical labor. Oh. Oh, bub. Hi, buddy. Come here. Hi. Hi, darling. You want to go by the fire where it's warm? No. Hi, sweetie. My little darling. I definitely have enough firewood. Whenever I'm doing something with wood, like this kind of stuff, I always think of the log that it came from. Like I know exactly where this wood came from. When I'm out at the cliff cabin too, and I come across pieces of wood, I remember the tree, I remember milling it, I remember where I stacked it. I remember if I used it for something first. It's just kind of neat to know exactly where your wood comes from. I threw I don't know, maybe a quarter of a cup of like paint thinner in here because I had some down here just to make it a little thinner to go on. Yikes. Okay, let me just do the 2x4 first. It's gonna be dark. This is probably not, I already know it's not the right time to do this because I don't even know if this is gonna dry, absorb. Don't know. Go for it. Hi, Dolly. Hi, pretty girl. Another day, another burn. Now it's really important when you're mixing stains, you always want to add the next stain with some of the other stain still in it, so your colors aren't off. We want to be as accurate as we can. Yep, they look pretty close. Of all of the things that are most important, getting the stain on, getting the oil on, continuing to burn is what I can do. The tree cutting down thing, you know, I would love to, but it's not the cutting the trees down that's hard, it's getting rid of them that's hard. That's kind of like Steve's life motto with dating women. It's not dating them that's hard, it's getting rid of them that's hard. So I'll stick to the things that are most important. I'm gonna get more stain on, burn, and this back tin, I should do that. I think there's just some mental blocks about it, about how to do it, which is why I keep kind of postponing it. Or it's why I'm not diving into it deeply. Okay. I'm getting tired of staining though. It does look good, I must say. One of the most pleasant and unexpected surprises I've had since starting this YouTube channel is the friendships I've made with some of you that watch. Over the years, I have become friends with a lady who first reached out to me, I don't know, about 3 years ago, to more or less share her love of hound dogs, how she came to love hound dogs, and our mutual love of my Clydie bear. Since then, we've shared many life stories, and we've come to find that we're kindred spirits. She shares some amazing stories with me, one of which I would like to share with you at the end of this video from just a couple of months ago. Of course, I have her permission, and of course, she does have a name, though she always signs off her emails as Waldo, so I will call her Waldo. Okay, while this might not actually be the best couch for the situation, it is the couch I have for the situation. I had bought this couch used for $100 to put in the fort, potentially. And the reason I'm waxing and waning on it so much is that it's actually a little bit too big for in there, particularly for where the wood stove is going to be, or where the wood stove is and where the couch is going to go. So I was looking into smaller options, like a sofa size couch that kind of opens up into a bed, because I want to be able to sleep on something. I got rid of what I had in there because it wasn't very comfortable. It was never inviting to sit on. May as well use what you got. And if this does not work at all, in terms of especially with the wood stove, I can always change something down the road. But my thought is that I can put a bit of a heat shield in front of the wood stove. Steve has just got the Bobcat with the forklift attachment. Today is the perfect day. And I was just like, let's take the couch down now. So that's what we're going to do. The good thing is that this couch is very light. brush it over a bit. See, it's so much more comfortable to come in here and sit. So these are just kind of toenail screwed in, and I've slathered them in oil. Hi, little darling. I have a couch for you. Come and check it out. Come here. Leroy, come on up. Come on. Come on. There you go. There's a bed for you, buddy. There's your bed. Come on up. Leroy. Come here. Come on up. Leroy. You little stinker. Okay, never mind. But I got that in there for you, Leroy. Ow, fuck. God. That was really stupid. It wasn't quite cut off, and I tried to flick it away. It's a deep cut too. It's gushing. I have 3 Band-Aids on it. These digital arteries bleed like an SOB. The Fort, Latin root fortis, meaning strong. A Sunday story. Mishi, I love your fort by the creek. With all the thought, effort, and personal little details, you have created a magical retreat. Forts are places to daydream while planning your next adventure and challenge. It reminds me of the first fort I built when I was 5 or 6 in our small home on a postage stamp lot that my parents bought after World War II. My mom loved playing bridge with the neighbor ladies, and one day it occurred to me that her foldable card table would be the perfect frame for a super secret fort. So I set her table up and carefully draped a bedsheet over the top. The privacy that my hideaway created was magical. Until my little brother, Jeff, tried to crawl in and join the troops, which consisted of me and my loyal adventure dog, Toulouse, the dachshund. Amazing how the false security of the fort's flimsy sheet was quickly altered by an invader. A few years later, Dad surprised us kids with a small fort loft in the garage above his tool table. He secretly built the loft and ladder, allowing us to climb up to new heights just under the eaves. My older sister Kathy was too girly to want to hang out under the cobwebs, so that left my brother and me. But even Jeff quickly lost interest in this lofty playground, since there wasn't enough room to zoom his Tonka toys around in varoom varoom speed. So, happily for me, Dad's surprise loft fort became my private hideout until we moved to San Diego when I was 10. When our parents bought the new home in San Diego County, there was happily enough land for my dream of owning a horse. My hope for a horse came true when I was 12, and my grandfather surprised me by buying my first horse, Goldie. We didn't have a corral or shed for her, so Daddy once more took to building, this time a corral and tack room with a shed roof for my beautiful mare. When Daddy finished, he had installed a surprise set of bunk beds in the tack room, like those I'd seen in so many Western movie bunkhouses. This wasn't a fort, but that tack room bunkhouse became a private place for me to dream and scheme while listening to the rhythmic, soothing sounds of my dear mare munching her hay. By the time I was 15, my parents were under financial stress, so Dad, who had always been there for me, had been funny, kind, and giving, suddenly shocked me by saying we needed to sell my beloved Goldie. I was completely betrayed, and for years afterward, we remained estranged. I felt I could never trust him. Only much later, when I was an adult, did I understand how Dad was only trying to be practical and make his frayed financial ends meet. My parents divorced a year later, but it was nearly 3 decades before I fully understood that for adults, nothing is ever black and white, and the ardent passions of a child were never a match for the stone-cold reality of adult stresses. Before Daddy died, we reconnected, and his last words to me were that he loved me. Love can be there all along, even when adverse circumstances, such as health or financial issues, submerge it into a hidden place. Now, fort is short for fortification and fortify. Your creekside fort offers an inviting, safe place for you to fortify your spirit and resolve to meet the new challenges you now face. Become stronger by simultaneously caulking its cracks and chinking up those in your heart. Your fort is a space all your own, a place to dream about when you cannot be there, and a place to dream in when you are. So, as a fearless cavalry officer would command when meeting any adversary head-on, charge! You know that there is peace to be had by the creek within the walls of your very own fort, and more adventures are still ahead. Be strong. Love, Waldo. That saw was gifted to me by a friend. Thank you, Bev. It is going to be for decoration somewhere. It's quite big, and I'm having a hard time finding out where it looks the nicest. So for now, I've just put it up on the side of the fort on this wall. If anyone has any suggestions of where it might look cool, that would be great. Please let me know. All of the other trinkets came from my aunt, who had suddenly and unexpectedly passed away in September. Out of all of the things in that box, these shoes are my most favorite. I think these are the most adorable things I've ever seen. I don't know the history on them, but they look like real boots that have been copperized or fossilized or molded, or they're so realistic looking and just so adorable. They are planters, so they are meant to have little flowers coming out of them. I'm undecided where I would like to put them. I'm tempted to put them inside and put fake plants in them, either here, or I thought about taking them to the cliff cabin. I do need to finish off the skirting on the other side. I'm gonna leave everything in the front open in front of the deck, so there still will be a good amount of airflow, but I do want to close off the other side just to make it look nice and to keep the rain and the snow out. I would like to do something a little bit different than solid tin, so I've come up with an idea and I just have to execute it now. So hopefully I'll have that all done for you for the next video. That will wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.